All right, welcome back. We are now diving into part 2 of our journey, which is all about detoxification. And we're kicking things off with the absolute cornerstone of this whole thing, reclaiming your individuality. Let's get right into it.
So, first things first, what are we even talking about when we say individuality? Well, the source material defines it as the unique stuff that makes you, well, you. It's your personal tastes, your beliefs, your quirks, everything that forms your unique identity and makes you different from everyone else.
And this quote right here is exactly why we're starting with this topic. The source makes it crystal clear. The real hidden cost of codependency isn't just a difficult relationship, it's actually losing yourself in the process.
So this is where we get a little personal. Let's do a quick check-in, just for you. The source has this really powerful self-assessment, and we're just going to touch on a few of the big questions from it. As we go, just be really honest with yourself.
Okay, first question, and it's a big one. Think about it for a second. Is your default mode to put their needs first? Like automatically, even when it means your own needs get pushed to the side?
Next up, what about the things you used to love doing? Have those hobbies or passions that really lit you up kind of faded away? Maybe they've been replaced by their interests, or just the relationship itself.
And finally, let's talk about your voice. Do you ever find yourself just biting your tongue, holding back what you really think or how you really feel, mostly just to keep the peace and not rock the boat?
And here is the absolute kicker from the source material. If you answered yes to even one of those questions, it's a sign that you have sacrificed a piece of your individuality. Just one yes. That's the threshold. It's a pretty eye-opening standard, right?
So, that leads us to the really big question. Why? I mean, why would any of us willingly give up the very things that make us who we are? It doesn't seem to make a lot of sense on the surface, but there's a really powerful emotional reason behind it.
The source breaks it down into this simple two-step emotional chain reaction. It all starts with low self-esteem, that nagging feeling that maybe you're not quite good enough. And that feeling gives birth to something even stronger, a deep, powerful fear of loss, the fear of losing that person, of losing the relationship.
And when that fear of loss takes over, we become willing to trade just about anything to make sure it doesn't happen. So what's the first thing we sacrifice on that altar? It's the single most important defense we have for our individuality, our personal boundaries.
You know, sacrificing boundaries can sound kind of vague, but this chart shows exactly what it looks like in the real world. It's letting someone get in your personal space when it makes you uncomfortable. It's your schedule always taking a back seat to theirs. It's bottling up your own feelings or saying yes to things you really want to say no to just because you're scared of disappointing them.
Okay, so if the problem is low self-esteem that leads to losing yourself, the path forward is basically that same journey, but in reverse. To get your individuality back, you have to intentionally and actively rebuild your self-esteem. But that's the million-dollar question, isn't it? It feels like such a huge, abstract thing to do. Just build your self-esteem. How do you even start? Well, thankfully, the source gives us a very direct, very actionable answer.
And there it is. The answer is surprisingly simple, but so powerful. The single most important thing you can do to build genuine self-esteem is to create and maintain healthy boundaries. They're like the fence that protects the property of you. They are what generate real self-respect.
Which, of course, brings us perfectly to our next explainer. Now that we know what we need to do, we're going to get into the how. We'll break down the practical, step-by-step guide to creating, communicating, and yes, enforcing the healthy boundaries that will let you reclaim you. You're not going to want to miss it. We'll see you there.